Hey family, hello butterflies, hello everyone. Thank you for checking in. As you see, I am doing a celebrity reading on the one and only Albert Joseph Brown. That's right, better known as Al B. Shore. Okay, this is more of a seasonal, up to date picture of him. Okay, um, Al B. Let me see, Albert Joseph Brown III, known professionally as Al B. Shore, is an American singer, songwriter, record producer, radio host, and former record executive. Okay. Um, Albee was born June the 4th, 1968, and he is presently 54 years old. Now, the only reason I'm doing this reading on Albee because, I'm just seeking clarity about what's presently going on with him. And I grew up, listening to his music. I'm presently 51. I was born in 71, so as you see, Albee was born in 68. But anyway, when he came out with his music, yes, I was definitely feeling it, and I love his music. Now, let me show you real quick. These are his two sons. He has two sons. Um, one of them, let me see here. Um, one of them is Quincy, and the other one is Devin. Okay, and of course he had Quincy um, with the late I forgot that model name. Okay, but maybe you know who I'm talking about because she's no longer around. Okay, but anyway, he has two sons, and they're both very handsome. Okay, very very handsome sons. And this is another seasonal up to date picture of Albie Shore. And you could tell he's really, has been taking care of himself. But of course, he had some health issues as well. Okay, so that's another reason why I wanted to do this reading. To try to get an idea what's presently going on with him. It says R&B singer Albie Shore shares health updates after 2 months being in a coma, and also he had a organ transplant as well. Family, okay. So it has here, I'm alive. I'm alive. Albie Shore is on the meds after waking from a 2 months coma. So he's still with us. And from what I've read, he is recovering. So this is a wonderful thing to hear. And yes, he is still fine as wine and very talented. So with that being said, that's her name, Kim Porter. And I apologize. I couldn't think of her name for anything. But he had a son with Kim Porter, okay? She was a beautiful sister. She was a model. And anyway, I don't know who he had the other son by, but anyway, he has two sons. So with that being said, I want to real quick just set my attention on Albie Shore. Well, I'm just going to say Albert, okay? I'm going to set my attention on Albert. I'm trying to see which picture I want to use because the eyes are the windows to our soul. And I love looking to a person's eyes. That's a nice picture right there. I'm going to use this one right here, okay, family? I'm going to blow it up. Yes, indeed. All right, family, let me say this real quick. 'Cause people getting their feelings when it comes to their favorite celebrity. They get triggered. Whatever come out in this reading concerning Albert, better known as Albie Shore, it is not my opinion. Uh, the information is not facts. It is allegedly, but I am led by the spirit. And um, I can't help but come out of my reading. When I'm seeing those things in the daughter bring out to the marvelous light, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I'm not trying to disrespect this brother either. Okay, so I'm going to be mindful of what I put out there. And when you see me turn the car over, that just means I'm not getting a strong hit. Okay, or it can mean it's something that I may not want to put out there. Okay, because all information is not good information. Let me just say that you just never know who's watching. So, with that being said, I appreciate you, many of you taking the time to check in with your sister and watch this video. Let's get started with this reading. I'm going to start off using the Psychic Tarot deck. And let's see what's presently going on with Albert. Better known as Al, be sure. I'm setting my attention. I see those things in the daughter, bring back to the marvelous light. What's presently going on with Albert, better known as Al, be sure. What can we expect? Presently going on with Albert, better known as Al, be sure. What can we expect? But I tell you one thing, when I'm doing readings for people, I love to stare at their eyes because the eyes are the ones to our soul. And when I look at him, you know, what stands out to me more than anything is the word heartbroken. And that can be for many, 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 reasons. But I truly feel like he hasn't been right since Kim passed. His son's mother, Quincy, the one he had with Kim Porter, um, he hasn't been right since. Okay. And some people, you know, when somebody dear to them pass, a lot of people, they check out sometime right behind them for whatever reason. Because the pain is bearable. It's unbearable, shall I say. But that's what popped up in my spirit when I was looking at him. The word heartbroken. Now we'll be using the shadow deck, so it might come out, okay? But if it comes out, you know why, okay? You know why. So I'm gonna stop right there, family. None of this is in divine order, okay? And I will be showing you the cards. I'm just going to interpret them in certain cards. I will read up on them so many of you can receive clarity, okay? So what's presently going on with Al B, and what can we expect? Yeah, I know it. What I was saying came out in the reading. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for confirmation. Thank you. Okay, we'll get to it, and you will know it when you see it, okay? Now remember, whatever you see here, it is allegedly. All right. This is the first card. This is the throat chakra card, family. This card represents I speak. So this is, I'm going to call him Albert, okay? This is what Albert is giving off, the vibration he's giving off. He's speaking, he's doing a lot of talking right now, and he's communicating behind the scenes, okay? He's speaking his truth, and It has here I speak. So this is him speaking up, okay? Behind the scenes. He's doing a lot of talking, a lot of communicating behind the scenes right now, okay? He's speaking up about something or someone. But pretty much, he just came out of a coma. So, yeah, he's doing a lot of speaking up. I'm sure whatever, social network work that he's using, I'm sure that he is speaking up on his situation as far as his ordeal, his health ordeal, and anything else he want to talk about. Now, let me say this in this reading, you're going to see a lot of this, ups and downs, because there are timelines to my readings. Right here, this is upside down. In this particular timeline, he wasn't feeling the best. He was not in a good place at all. It's like his jush, that spark had fizzled. Okay, if you know what I mean. When this card is upward, this is passion initiated. This is someone who's feeling very, they're feeling good from the inside out. They're feeling creative. I mean, this is that feeling you feel like when you are in love. It's like everything is possible. You just want to take on the world, okay? But right here, he doesn't feel like that. He's not feeling passionate about life or anything. So something has him feeling like this, okay? And I truly believe that you know this is probably the timeline as far as what led up to him getting sick. Okay, he wasn't feeling his best at all. And he could have been depressed as well. Next, this is the crown chakra card. It represents I know. Okay, this is him saying I know. So he is aware of his situation, okay? And he's also saying, I know something, okay? I know about something. You know, uh, this crown chakra represents I know. So he's giving off the vibration, I know something, okay? It's whatever this means to him. So he's saying, I know something, okay? Pretty much, I know something that y'all don't know that I know, but I'm letting you know now, I know, okay? And I let maybe you be the judge what that is. Next, this is choose wisely. This is someone that has a decision to make, and he has options now, and he's trying to look at his options. Okay, he's trying to look at his options. Now I'm going to read up on this card because it does have additional meaning. Okay, so give me a minute, family. Just choose wisely. Apologize for the wait. Takes a while for me to find the actual card. Okay, here's choose wisely. Have ears to hear. This card comes forth when you have a vision or goal that you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, and unrealistic expectations prevent you from attaining what you desire. Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision to be made at this time. This card reminds you that the options now around you may appear to have all the influence and power, but in reality, you're in control and responsible for all the choices you make. Take time to think, analyze, and carefully look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. So that's what he's doing, okay? That's what he's doing. He's taking time and reflecting and analyzing, okay? As far as looking at all of his choices right now before he make his move. Would that be something if Al B. Sure write a book? For some reason, that just popped in my spirit. But wouldn't that be something if he write a tell-all book? Boy, that book would be juicy. Just saying. I remember we saw this. I know. Okay? What do you know, Al B? Please do tell. These YouTube bloggers will get a hold of that book, and I tell you, mm, and people will listen, and they will watch because they want to know what does he know. Because he's been in the game for a long time. Next, behind the scenes, it has here accelerated motions. Behind the scenes with Albie, I'm going to say Albert, things are moving very swiftly. Okay, it's a lot going on behind the scenes with him, and things are moving very fast. So whatever decision that he, has to make behind the scene, I'm sure that he's making those choices. Okay, that that he needs to make. All right, it just depends on what this means to him. But behind the scenes, things are moving very fast. It's like things are being set in motion as far as his plans. Okay, now this is upside down. This represents motherhood. Okay, represents the feminine. It has here fertility card. This represents the birth mother. Okay, you get it. Upward represents growth. Upward represents good seed. But also this speaks about the birth mother. Now who could that be? Birthing something, the beginning, the end. This is on his mind too. The birth mother of his son, Quincy. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said it right. The birth mother um, of his son, Quincy. There we go. Um, she's on his mind big time. And that card that came out, I know, I feel like there's a lot that he wants to say, but he's suppressing it for whatever reason. But you never know, family. You know, who knows what Albert has planned. Okay, but this is him thinking about Kim Porter, the birth mother of his son, and I believe they were married at one time also. Okay, if I'm wrong, you can correct me with love down below. I appreciate that, but I believe they were married at one time, and for whatever reason, when their relationship was going to the left, she hooked up with Puffy and had two girls, two twin girls by Puffy. But anyway, this is who he's thinking about, his birth mother. And this card is upside down because it represents the endings, okay? It represents loss. Actually, it represents loss and death because with that card, I can get that card if a woman lose her child as well, okay? As far as the message being upside down. Next, we got what? Suffering in silence. So behind the scenes, you know, he is taking it one day at a time, but on the inside, he is still suffering in silence. He's walking around putting that mask on, playing the part, smiling, talking. And I seen him behind the scenes before. He is so down to earth. He come out so down to earth, and he's always giving props to all those that came up during the time that he was in the business, like Jodeci and all of that. And he would always just speak highly of these others, R&B stars that came up during the time he came up. But anyway, I can tell he's a good dude. Okay, he's a good person, good heart. But on the inside, he's suffering in silence. Okay, and you be surprised when you holding on to suffering like that. That can affect you inwardly. It can cause energy needs to flow. So by him holding on, suppressing those emotions and those feelings, as far as what he said, as far as what he feels that he know, plus the emotions of pain due to a loved one of his child mother, died the way she did. Just the loss period, that affects people, and you constantly holding on to that, it can affect your health. But anyway, I'm going to read up on it. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limited negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness, When you learn to let go of the worry and despair and the sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. But he's still, from what I'm seeing, he's still stuck in stagnation. Of but I'll be sure has family. He has a mental conflict, and that's someone that has the inability to get over something or someone. It's like something that's constantly playing out in his head, and it's hard for him to shake it off. And as you see, it really affected his health. Okay, it pretty much. I'm not saying that it's the actual cause, but if you already have something going on with you, like health issues, and you sit up here thinking about stuff like this, to add on to it, it make it worse, if you know what I mean. Okay, so at the end of the day, according to the spirit, he's suffering in silence. But I truly feel like if he started to speak up on the cause of this, whatever it is that he was holding on to, or if he write a book, because you still releasing it, I truly feel like this would help him so much because he's not holding on to what he knows or what's really, really bothering him. See that? This card represents mental, okay? Upward, this is the triumph card, okay? It represents moving forward, okay? His card is upside down. This is someone who's moving forward. This is someone who's leaving the past behind them and they're moving ahead. This card represents movement. He's still in stagnation. Basically, by this card being upside down, triumph, he's he's having a hard time, family, shaking something off that's bothering him, and it's a mental thing. Okay, it's a mental thing, and obviously, it's playing a part in his health also. So, right now he's dealing with some challenges, and one of these ultimate challenges is mental. Once he gets to that point of letting go and release, forgive and heal, once he gets to that point of letting go, whatever this is, he can finally move forward in a more positive manner, if you know what I mean, okay? But right here in this particular timeline, he's still stuck. Like the cards say, he's still suffering in silence. And I don't know if he is seeing a it seems someone to talk to, go get some counseling or whatever. But and there's nothing wrong with that. Just to talk to somebody, period, you still getting it out of it, you're not holding it in. It has here prosperity begins. This is someone who has a seed, and it depends on what the seed means to Albert. It could be hard work. And from that hard work, he's reaping the benefits. This is prosperity begins. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna come into more money. Okay, I see something flourishing. I don't know if he have a project. This could be a project. And I keep saying the word book. Now, so far, I haven't heard anything about a book, but I'm speaking it into existence, okay? Because for some reason, that keep popping up in my spirit, book. But if this is a book, yeah, he's going to definitely profit from it. It said prosperity begins, and he already has money. But, you know, this speaking about more money, okay? Prosperity begins. It just depends on what this means to him, okay? But whatever this is, it's gonna be in his favor, and he's gonna come into more money, okay? Prosperity begins. Right here, this is recognition and reward, and as you see, he is being his name is out there more. He is trending more because he just came out of a coma. Okay, he was in a coma for 2 months. So I think the Most High God, for bringing him out of that, and who knows? Some people when they been in the coma, they been on the other side. They seen some things. So who knows how it really affect him, during that time when he was out, for 2 months. But anyway, this is recognition reward. This is Albert, better known as Al Be Sure. This is him being acknowledged. He is being recognized. Okay, all eyes are on him for whatever reason. He's receiving a lot of attention right now, right here. Also, he's being rewarded. It's a recognition and reward. So not only is he being acknowledged at this time due to the fact that He had that health scare and he came out of a coma. But see, this could mean something else in the near future. Okay, only time will tell. But anyway, this is recognition and reward. And he is being acknowledged right now. And his name is out there right now. He's trending right now, okay? Because he just came out of a coma. But I truly believe this could be something else also. Only time will tell. Just depending on what his next move is. This is upside down. This is the destiny card. When I get this, I think about someone who's feeling very lucky. Okay, they feel like, luck is on their side. Okay, as though they're destined for something and luck is on their side. But his card is upside down. So pretty much in a nutshell, he wasn't feeling like things were going his way and he wasn't feeling lucky at all. Okay. Um, and a lot of this is pretty much just stem from his personal life. Okay. And whatever it was that he was desiring and hoping for, it didn't turn out the way he had hoped. And that could be stemming from the past, okay? Because a lot of I'm picking up on energy from the past. Things that he needs to really heal from and let it go, okay? Cause something is bothering him real bad. Next, this is the moving on card. Now I can get this card. It can mean that he has a decision to make, and he has made that decision. Okay, he has actually made that decision, and I'm really hoping, family, the fact that he is waking up from the coma. I'm hoping that he's getting to that place of releasing and letting it go, whatever it is that was bothering him. Okay, because this is moving on. This is someone who has a decision to make, and they actually made the choice to move on. Now, had he transitioned, I would have gotten this also. Moving on from this life to the next, I would have gotten this also. But anyway, other than that, this is someone who has a decision to make, and they made their decision. They're moving on from it, or whatever it is, okay? From a person or a situation. And I'm hoping, this mental conflict that he's finally, letting it go, whatever that was bothering him. He's at the point now where he's able to move on from it. Wow. And pretty much a lot that came out, I'm not surprised at all. Um, a lot of this was confirmation of what we already know. I'm gonna go around one more time, okay? One more again. Hold on. Okay, the spirit let me know I don't have to shuffle. But look what's on the back of this card. Emotional withdrawal. This is someone who's moving away from something or someone, something that's bothering them. This individual has been hurt. They feel disappointed. See that? And they feel disconnected. They just want to wallow in their misery. This person right here is in victim mode. Okay? That's interesting. And I'm going to acknowledge this. Yep, I'm going to acknowledge that too. As you see, ladies, my sisters, when these mans, they can be heartbroken too. And when they love you and they let you in their heart, oh, I hate to see a man cry. But anyway, yeah, it can really take them down through it, okay? Um, when a man really loves a woman, it can just really just, it's, But that's life. That's life. Sometimes they tap out, okay, and not in a good way. They can get real depressed, and like I said, from there, that's affecting your health. And if you already have health issues already, that's adding on to it. Well, you got high blood pressure and everything else. Yeah, see, it's all here. It's all here. I can't make this up. Thank you, Spirit. Next, we have emotional loss. Okay, I just went over that right there. I'm going to read up on it. It's self-explanatory, but I want to read up on it. Okay, I want to read up on it. Now, for the most part, when it comes to these celebrities, a lot of times people look at them as little whores because they had their fame and all these so-called fans be want to get with them, and you wouldn't think that they would actually um, want to settle down with anyone as far as giving someone their heart because they're too caught up in the fame and the glitz and glamour of it. But they are human too. So anyway, this card represents This card represents moving away or withdrawing from a current situation in your life, whether it's a old love, a relationship, or leaving behind what was once familiar in search of a new horizon or beginning. On a physical level, it's easy to get caught up in the materialistic world, but it's just as important to retreat from the outside world to enable you to pause, reflect, and heal. Schedule some alone time so you can commune with your soul and give the power of spirit the opportunity to restore your energy level, giving you the vitality to move forward in a positive direction. Now, what is on his mind? Family. You see that? It can't get any better than this. This is what's on his mind. It says spiritual union. This is someone you have a connection with. Now, let me break it down. It doesn't have to be lovers. It can be a parent. It can be your children. It can be a best friend. Someone that you view as your best friend, male or female. It can be, that childhood friend that you grew up with and y'all are close. Thicker than thieves, okay? That spouse. But this is someone that you have a connection with, like a spiritual bond with. This is what's on his mind, okay? This is what's on his mind. So whomever this is to Albert, better known as Albert, be sure, this is what's on his mind. He's thinking about his spiritual union with someone that he had a connection with, a bond with, and it can be someone that you had a child with also. Okay. Alrighty. Next, this card is upside down. Now it came out regardless. Okay. This is emotional loss. This is the one who is like presently experiencing raw emotion of a loss. Okay. Hold on. I knew that was going to happen. Hold on, family. This is someone who's presently experiencing a raw emotion of a loss, okay? And of course, they're not in a good place. His card is upside down. So this letting me know that as far as what he has been going through behind the scenes, when it comes to that card, um, what was that card that came out? Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it, family. You know what I'm talking about. It'll come to me. I have a brain freeze moment. Um, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I forgot the name of that card. But anyway, right here, this is lets us know. Okay, suffering in silence. Thank you, Spirit. I had a brain freeze moment. This let us know about what the suffering in silence was all about. Okay, he's thinking about a loss that he had experienced. Okay, so that's what this about. It's like the pain is not that raw, but this is him reflecting on the so-called loss that he had experienced. Okay, yeah. Right here, this card's upside down. This is rejoice and celebration. Now, Albert is not in no rejoicing and celebrating mood. Okay, he's not. Excuse me, he's not feeling it at all. Okay, and for him to be like this, I truly believe that he has been depressed also. You know how you get, you just feel some type of way. You feel like, you're stuck in the house and it's cloudy outside and you can't wait for the sun to come out so you can feel better. This is him. Okay? He's not in no kind of celebrating mood at all. Something has him feeling like this. Okay? And once again, heartache and loss. Now, just because we're seeing heartache and loss, it doesn't really have to mean that he's constantly thinking about his child's mother, Kim Porter, okay? Even though she is on his mind. But it could be, he's thinking about a loss. It could be a loved one, a family member that could have transitioned. It could be on his mind. It just depends on what this means to him. So, but anyway, this is him experiencing heartache, thinking about a loss. See that? So he's still there. If he's not thinking about her, but I'm sure he's constantly thinking about her. I mean, how can he not? When he look at his son, he thinks about her anyway. But if this is not pretty much about Kim Porter, it can be about somebody else. Maybe a good friend, that best friend, that parent, that grandparent. He's still thinking about a loss. Period. That's bothering him. That he's reflecting on. Right here, this is material harvest. This is the one who's been putting the work in, okay? And his hands are out, and he is reaping that which he has sown, okay? So a lot of this can be pretty much from the past, as far as him putting the work in the business, okay? And he is reaping still to this day, okay? His hard work paying off. Or this can also be, some future events, maybe due to some projects that he's working on that he's going to reap. But right here, he's reaping, period. Okay? His hands are open and he's coming to some money. Next, this is the authority card. It is upside down. Also, one thing about authority, I think about someone who has leadership qualities. And there are certain qualities that this card speaks about that he is not operating in at this time, allegedly. I'm going to leave this upside down because it's upside down for a reason. Let me read some of these qualities real quick. Logic, strength, using logic, okay? Operating in strength, which he hasn't, been operating in, okay? I'm sure he's been feeling very helpless and hopeless. But anyway, qualities and traits of problem solving skills, being grounded. So the fact that he's been very emotional and I'm sure behind the scenes depressed, he hasn't been grounded at all. Learning to develop strong mental control over free reign emotions. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. It could be someone of high influence in business or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself where Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emasculate similar qualities. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating forms and structures into ideas, plans, and foundation. It's time to stop talking and act. And remember, he has a decision to make. So I believe he's tired of talking and he's ready to act. It just depends on what it is, okay? Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating forms and structures into ideas, plan, and foundation. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. Use the qualities and characters of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self centeredness. Okay? But right now, he's here. Okay? The Spirit's saying he needs to get to this place right here. Pretty much don't operate out of your emotions. Okay? He needs to use logic and willpower and all those other qualities that the Spirit was talking about. This is firm foundation. This is letting us know that he has a firm foundation. Okay, he has a definitely strong bond with his family. Okay, and his foundation is firm, and security wise, financial wise, he's in a good place. He all right. He's all right. This is upside down. This is wisdom, and as you see, this is somebody wise, and they're looking back at family. See that? Looking back at family. Or you could say this is someone that's looking back on what they would like to have. Okay? Someday. This person is admiring this family. Or this person looking at this family union like, oh, I would love to have this someday. You know, they see the husband, the wife, and the children together. Upward represents wisdom. Upside down represents the fool. So it just depends on, what the Spirit is trying to say, what the Spirit is trying to convey when it comes to Albert, all right? Um, Upside down is pretty much someone that doesn't have this, but they would like to have this, but also something going on with the individual to where, they're being very foolish also, okay? They're not operating in wisdom. And that's all I'm going to say when it comes to that. Now, real quick, I'm going to turn this authority card back upside down. I'm going to use the shadow deck. And then I'm going to use my celebrity deck, and I'm going to end this reading. This is the Divine Shadow Self Oracle deck. It will help me to get ideas about those shadow aspects that's going on with Albert, shall I say. Those shadow aspects that we all have, that a lot of us do, acknowledge them, and we do heal and release, okay? Especially when it comes to childhood wounds or anything that could have bothered you in your childhood, you're healing and you releasing it so it won't affect you in your adulthood, okay? But some people choose to put a band-aid on it, and this will reveal what that is, okay? And also going to let you know about those negative characteristics about an individual or anyone that can be close to him that can be affecting his mood as well and actions. Now, with that being said, this will pretty much give us a background and also clarity on this, okay? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Oh boy. we have here emotional. We have here emotional withdrawal. I was seeking clarity. I got the word defiance. It's someone who come out very disobedient. I'm gonna put it right here. These are just a little background information, okay? That's going on behind the scenes, allegedly. Coming out very defiant, manipulation. You could say this is Albert energy or he was being manipulated, okay? Experiencing manipulation. Antagonist and fearful. Spiritual union. Just depending on what this means to him. Defensive. Coming off defensive. Feelings of shame. Condescending. And brainwashed. Emotional loss. His card came out upside down. In denial. Closed off. And this is someone that's withdrawn, okay? They're not trying to let you in. You're not trying to talk to a person and you're trying to get them to speak up, speak about what's going on with them. He's coming out very closed off, like, okay? Ignorance. Betrayal. And anytime I get the word betrayal, it's due to somebody you know. It's not a stranger. Okay? Betrayal is betrayal. Maybe he felt like somebody betrayed him. Now let maybe be the judge. Material harvest. These can be the little background energies. Holding a grudge. Disrespectful. Coercion. Using force or threats. Trying to persuade someone to do something. Coercion. Wow, you know what I just thought about? But some reason I'm thinking about what's popped up in my spirit. When I think about this, I think about in his earlier years the things that he had to do to get in the door. That's what popped up in my spirit, okay? And he ain't the only one. It's a lot of these, celebrity puppets. The thing that they had to do just to be irrelevant, just to get in the door when it comes to these so-called producers. Woo, just saying. Using force or threats, persuading someone to do something. And it could be against their will or, we did see the brainwashing card. But anyway, I leave that alone. Cause I'm thinking about this material harvest, as far as him coming into his money, becoming very successful, he had to walk in the door, okay, but what did he had to do just to, get to that place? Cause he a grudge, like he's holding a grudge about something. Withdrawn. Maybe he felt like, someone was very disrespectful to him. Mm. Next, we have heartache and loss. It has here held hostage. Now, we know that he was not taken against his will. and abducted. But also, I can get held hostage when you are in an environment, okay? When he's placed in an environment that he can't see a way out, okay? Or he's placed in an environment or in a situation he can't see a way out. He feel like he can't escape. It just depends on what this means to him. Maybe he signed a jacked up contract, you know, or he found himself in a room with people, and maybe some things that was going down. And I'm only saying all of this because this is really a negative omen. To tell you the truth, it's very very negative. It's nothing positive about this at all. But at the end of the day, it says held hostage. I mean, who knows what has happened in his life, as far as when he was in the business that he had to experience. But this is someone that's in a hostile environment, and they in a situation or environment that he don't see a way of escaping it. Okay? He feels trapped. Bullying, experiencing the bullying. Or this could be his energy. I'm not really picking up on this being his energy, to tell you the truth. Or it could be a past energy. Hold on. Okay. I'm picturing this being a past energy. And just because these dark messages are coming out, a lot of these shadow aspects of family people can heal from. When you face it and own up to it and you release it, meaning you're not, continually doing it. If you release it and put those things behind you, a lot of these can be past energies also. Okay, domineering, and that can be a control freak. Evasive, someone who avoid commitment. So you can say Albie, you know, was operating in this, okay, doing him, having more than one sexual partner, or whomever this individual meant to him. He may feel like they wasn't committed to him. And it could be both ways. It can go both ways. Right here, rejoice and celebration. He's not in a celebrating mood at all right here. Feelings of desperation. Feelings of insecurity. Feeling cold. Feeling doubtful. And one thing about that word cold, this is the one who feel numb. Okay, they feel very numb and feeling doubtful. And remember, these are one of the qualities that he needs to try to work on. When we saw that authority card, come out of that fear-based thought, that negative way of thinking. This is the authority card. His came out upside down. Argumentative. Explosive. So this can let me know that, he needs to get his emotions in check. Okay? Learn to balance his emotions. This is the one who goes from 1 to 10. They're easily to get upset. Coming out quite arrogant. Arrogance. And it has here addictions. Just depending on what these addictions means to him. It could be drugs, alcohol, can be sex addiction. Or workaholic can be an addiction as well. But it looks like he has some kind of addiction as well. And maybe someday he'll write a book and talk about it. Because nothing like speaking your truth and, your testimony, because that can help people. Especially when they look up to you. And they're like, well, they been through it. They overcame. I can overcome too. So who knows? Just depends on what it is. Next, the wisdom card came out upside down. Anxiety, aggression, internalizing, taking things in, and drain, feeling emotionally drained. And it's someone right here that has tapped out. Okay, they have tapped out. Firm foundation, flighty. I told you, easily to get upset. Callous, someone who's showing no emotion. And that's why we saw the word cold. This is someone who's showing no emotion. Destruction. I'm surprised that card is not upside down. Cause I think about the message, the card message, foundation. Let me see, what's it called? Is it called foundation? No, it's called disruption. And it's pretty much anything that you're doing that could be negative. You know, it's due to your poor actions and negative thinking that you are this causing disruption to your life. That's hindering your peace of mind. You know, that's affecting your relationship. That's affecting your relationship with your loved ones. You know, it could be affecting your money. But I'm surprised that card wasn't upside down. And we have bias. But these are just background energies, family. This is all allegedly. All right, I'm going ready to use the celebrity deck real quick. I'm going to end this reading. Okay. This is my homemade deck. I like to put my own energy, my own work. Whatever come out in this deck, it is allegedly now, but there is some truth in my reading. Let things play out. That's what I always say. Let things play out. Okay. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, leads me to all truth and clarity about Albert, better known as Albie Shore. What's presently going on with Albie Shore? What can we expect? What's presently going on with Albie Shore? What can we expect? Anything Spirit wants us to know concerning Albie Shore? Anything Spirit wants to know concerning Albie Shore? What's presently going on with Albie Shore? What can we expect? And anything Spirit wants us to know about Albie Shore? Those, when I use this card right here, this is the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. And I already explained to you what this card means, okay? Those shadow aspects of us. And also, like, those hidden events that was going on behind the scenes. A lot of the key words came back out in this card, okay? And these messages right here. All this is allegedly, but that's interesting how it's interesting how certain key words came back out, okay? Falling from grace, lost status, and respect. I'm just sharing the message. With my reading, there are timelines. I don't know if this is a past energy of a event that has happened in the past, or this could be a future event. Not sure, but I'm just sharing the message, okay? Maybe it's just due to what he has been through. Set up Hollywood plotting and planning against them, Hollywood elites. And if this is the case, that would be due to what he knows. If this is the case, that would be due to what he knows. You know, they have their way of trying to shut you up. Okay? Because we don't know what he knows. Just saying. Set up Hollywood plotting and planning against them, Hollywood elites. Now, who are these heavy hitters that are in the industry? Yeah. Fake friends, envy, not loyal. Remember the word, the card, no. They know that they are being talked about. They are so unbothered. So according to the spirit, he knows he's being talked about, but he's unbothered. And really, that's the best way to be. Don't add salt to the wound. Having surgery to improve their looks. Wants new look. Now, I know that he did have surgery, but this is speaking about, I think this is speaking more about plastic surgery. So, and you know what? His nose does look a little different to me. His nose look a little different to me. Anyway, I'm just sharing the message. Because I know he's aged, but he still looks a little different to me. Signing new contract business deal. Okay, he got something up his sleeve, family. Remember that project I was telling you about? He got something up his sleeve. Signing new contract business deal. And only time would tell. It has here feels happy and fulfilled. And there are timelines to my reading, so I'm praying this will be the ultimate outcome for him. Especially due to him coming out of a coma. Good Lord. Fear of being exposed. Now, this could be Al B. Sure, fearing of being exposed due to maybe something that someone has on him. And I wouldn't be surprised, family. It ain't just him. All of these celebrities got something on them. Let me just say that. Anyway, or he may got something on somebody, and they're fearing, okay, of being exposed. Or it can go both ways. Self sabotage, not using good judgment, their own doing. Getting married in the near future. Now, I don't know if he's in a relationship or not, okay? I'm just sharing the information. It says in the near future, so who knows? Having surgery for health reasons. Well, we know this to be true. I think he had a organ transplant, I believe. So this could be a past event. Someone in their circle betrayal. And remember, we saw the word betrayal. Someone in their circle betrayal. I might pull four more. Now this is on the back. I've already shuffled the deck. This is on the back. The need to rid their life from toxic energy drain. Remember we saw that word drain? Energy drains. The word drains came right back out. The need to rid their life from toxic energy drains. And if that's the case, he got somebody around him that's not for his highest good. Okay? Somebody's somebody's real toxic around him. And their presence being around him is adding on to the equation. You know what I mean? I might do about maybe 4, 5, or 6. I see. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Feels powerless. And this could have been a past energy. Okay, remember I told you I was picking up on it. I was sensing that he was depressed. It has here feels powerless. They feel let down and sabotage in their career. Their project is on hold, and it has here question why. So remember we saw the card that was saying that he was being like sabotaged by the elites or whatever. It's pretty much the people, the big dog that's in these record companies or whatever. People know people, these producers. But anyway, it has here they feel let down and sabotage in their career. Their project, see, some kind of project he got going on. Their project is on hold, and it has here a question why. So I'm wondering, what is this project? Is it new? Is it new music, or is it a book? Just saying. Something about family member. Something about family member that can be on his mind. Now we know this to be true. Getting back on track on the road of recovery. So his health, it looked like his health will improve. So that's good. Getting back on track on the road of recovery. Now, these two right here, they're positive and they're negative, okay? So, it's allegedly anyway, okay? We're going to hope for the best. But anyway, I'm going to read this one first. It has here sorrow ahead. Sorrow ahead this year. Now, I'm not really sure what this means because one of the cards saying that his health was going to improve, okay? He's back on the road of recovery. Maybe it's due to someone he might experience a loss this year. I don't know, family. And we did see the card right here. It has here a family member. Okay, it has here family member. See that? Family member. So when we were seeing those cards talking about, heartache and loss, who knows? It can be due to a family member, might pass this year, God forbid, but something about a family member. And they say sorrow ahead this year. So we just hope for the best. And if any of you follow him, you would know. You would know if you follow him. You would know because I'm sure he would put it out there as far as anything that's going on personally in his life. Hopefully it's not him. Okay, but anyway, and then this one says brighter days ahead, things in life situation. So this speaks from the perspective of things are going to start to pick up in his life. Okay, brighter days ahead. It's really about him getting through this rough patch right here. Healing, the mental healing, the emotional healing, and definitely, his for his body to heal. Okay, so he can move forward in a more positive manner. But anyway, brighter days ahead when it things in life and situations. Okay, so that's a positive omen. So anyway, I just want to know what's presently going on with Al B. Sure, better known as Albert. Well, Albert, better known as Al B. Sure. This is my reading on him. Whatever you saw and heard, it is allegedly. We all know this is not facts, but I am led by the Spirit. Please know that. And this is him with his son. I think that's Quincy right there. That's the one he had with Kim Porter. And I think that's Devon, I believe. His name is Devon. Well, that's a Devon. I think it's Devin. But anyway, we're going to wish this brother all the best. Okay? We're going to wish him all the best. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Be safe. Have a wonderful weekend, family. And bye for now. And let's keep Albert lifted up in prayer, okay? According to the Spirit, brighter days ahead. So we're going to just claim that and go from there. And we have to let things play out, okay? When it comes to these projects, we got to let things play out. But it does seem like there are some heavy hitters that are trying to sabotage him for whatever reason. And if it's a book, I can understand why. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So far, I haven't heard him mention anything about a book. But if he's thinking about doing a tell-all book, yeah, that speaks for itself. Peace.